messy. I'm gonna put this away. Get my slippers on. Got my fireplace roaring. My coffee percolating just so. Got a little mess in my kitchen. I said it before. I'll say it again. A little cleaning is always good. And more is usually better. I found myself in a little bit of a predicament yesterday. Honestly, I didn't know what to do. Kind of with work. I don't know, things happen for a reason, but I would say, either some bad decisions or some unfortunate happenstance with work yesterday, or last few weeks. And yesterday it came to a head and I was going, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do. And instead of doing some big reactionary response to what I was facing, I said, well, I need to keep moving forward. How am I going to do that? And there was some mess in my apartment. I forget what I did. I mean, just little things like taking the garbage out and taking out the recycling, and then I think I took a hot bath and cleaned up because cleanliness is next to godliness. And sometimes, rather than, I don't know, when you're struggling with work, quitting, or trying to find another job, or doing some knee-jerk reaction, I think you need to let your emotions cool down a little bit. And my emotions were up here, but I knew I wanted to be productive in some way. And I go, well, what the hell? Let's at least clean up my place a little bit. So, I don't know. It's always a good idea. It's always nice having a cleaner place than a dirtier place. But anyway, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. I'll do it standing up. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. It is 6:30 a.m. How prompt. 6:30 would probably be a good time. If I had to start this show at one time, 6:30 would probably be a good time. Allows me to sleep in a little bit, but still get started, I don't know, fairly early, where you can talk for an hour and still get to work at 9 o'clock or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's Thursday morning. It's 6:31. I think it is September 18th, if memory serves. Happy Thursday. This is a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life. Kind of sharing the journey of one man's life. And I will tell you what, I was not feeling super positive this morning. I was almost embarrassed. And I mean, I'm coming at you from a guy that after a divorce, while doing this show, I found myself living in my car. And just kind of what had happened over the last couple weeks, and I was almost too embarrassed to go live this morning. I feel a fool. I feel a fool at what's happened. And let me tell you, feeling a fool is not a good way to start your day or go about your day or your week or move forward. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Our mental attitude is the most important thing we have, because if we lose that, we're really screwed. And I remember when I was going through my second divorce, I caught myself going, holy crap, I'm anxious, I'm depressed, I'm sad. You know, the divorce is one thing, but I can't lose my positivity or my hope for the future. And I think it's probably a risk for a lot of us to have happen. And I felt it happening to me a little bit this morning because, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to the cuz. But I will say, I had a woman hop on that hops on my lives, and she made a real positive comment on one of my short videos. I posted a couple videos yesterday, and one of them was about, I don't know, credit score and I think the credit utilization number that the credit bureaus track and what have you, and she found value to it and said, thanks for posting it. People need to post more stuff about that. I go, I appreciated her kind words, and she made me feel a little bit better about what I'm doing. So I got out of bed, made my coffee, got my phone ready, and pushed live, and here I am. How long was I married for? I've been married twice. Once I was married for 10 years, and once I was married, I mean, actually together, even remotely harmonious, like 12 months, 11 months. Yeah, no, 12 months, I think. I think we got married. I mean, if you count living together, that'd be longer. But if you count when we wed and when I moved out, it'd probably be 12 months the second time. That was a whirlwind. I would not recommend, well, thank you, Third Eye, you know. It's okay, you know. We all mess up. What was I saying? What was I saying? I don't know. Let's just skip ahead. Do I have children? Yeah, I've got 4 beautiful kids. I'm worried about them. Especially my 2 little ones. I have had a path over the last, for the longest time, maybe all my life, financial insecurity. I have a finance degree. I'm smart, I'm hardworking, I'm positive, I've got a good attitude. I try my best. And I've had quite a history of financial insecurity. It doesn't feel real good. And I kind of walked into a couple more landmines. Maybe my decisions are stupid. It's possible. I had 2 jobs a couple weeks ago. I was scheduled at them both on the same day. I did not know what to do. I desperately searched for people to cover my work at one or the other. Could not find it. Tried to explain it. And made a decision to leave one job that's kind of been my anchor since I moved up here to Appleton, Wisconsin, for another job with more potential, but a job I didn't feel as good at. And now I feel totally out of sorts and don't know which way is up. So I'm saying that we all do dumb things from time to time. Not dumb things. I don't think it was a dumb thing. It didn't work out real well. I was talking to one of my friends that worked at the first company yesterday and said, she was going, well, it's too bad you put yourself in this situation, which I thought was kind of a bitchy thing to say, to be honest with you. She's a friend of mine, and she might have been my boss, but still, she was a friend of mine first, I thought. She's acting like she's my boss first, and if that's our relationship, I don't need that relationship, I'll tell you that. And I go, I got no regrets. I made a decision. I thought it was the best decision for me at the time. And I don't. I did. And I'd probably do it again. It didn't work out. But you can't kick yourself for decisions that don't work out. You know? But anyway, For those that have been watching a while, you know, this is not just a show about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, you know, it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. I'm sitting on my couch today. You know why? I was editing a video where I was sitting on my couch and I found the lamp. I edit all these videos and they become my lives. I post them on Spotify every day and I also edit them. And I'm about 10 weeks behind editing. So any videos you see, shorts that I post or reels or TikToks, depending on what social media platform you're watching it on, it was a video from about 10 weeks ago. And I was editing a video from 10 weeks ago that I did live. And I was sitting here and I go, wow, that lamp looks pretty. So I go, let's do my live from my couch. And here I am. Do you guys want to see my apartment before I take my first sip? I'm going to show it off in case I lose it because my silly job decisions. There's my couch. It's a futon. I bought it at Walmart, I don't know, 3 months ago. It's 220 bucks. I live in a loft-style apartment with huge high windows. I live in a one-bedroom with a cool brick wall. Most of the furnishings you see were purchased at the Restore for extremely low cost. The TV I bought at, I don't know, Walmart or Target for $220. The rug costs $40, but like that table was 15 bucks, 20 bucks maybe, and that table was 10 or 15, and that lamp was $5. That table was, I don't know, 5 or 10. It's my bedroom, but it's kind of dark in there. Oh yeah, I made my bed. I'm gonna show. Here's my bathroom. My favorite, I mean, it's not my favorite room in my house, but if I had to leave, it'd be the room I'd regret leaving the most. It's my laundry room. Holy smokes. I am telling you what. You left this closet door open. Don't like to leave the closet door open. You rent an apartment and you have a laundry room in your apartment. Ah! That's a really good thing. I'm gonna show you my fireplace again, just because I thought I'd create a little mood this morning. Maybe you don't even want to talk to me. Maybe I should just try and hold the phone steady and let you relax to the smooth crackling of my fireplace on YouTube. Nah, you guys want to talk to me. Plus, I still need to drink my coffee. Good morning, Opal. As I was saying, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking, you know it is also a show. Yeah, the plants do look great, Julie. They're growing quite nicely. I trimmed my little rose bush yesterday. That's the one that's kind of struggling. Other than that, the plants are, again, I do this video every day. I bought that Majesty Palm. I bought 2 of the plants on Father's Day when I had my daughters up. I bought the Majesty Palm, I don't know, probably early June. And I look back to the videos that I did right after I bought it. It was much smaller, so it's growing nicely. So thank you for noticing. But anyway, for those who've been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. You know it's also, I'm getting distracted. I was wearing a different Duquesne Duke shirt yesterday. I was at the gym, I was talking to a buddy. And I was going through much trauma yesterday. It was very upsetting. You guys would have been very upset if you experienced what I experienced yesterday regarding work. You would have been, I'm telling you. So I was talking to a buddy, and I'm wearing a Duquesne Duke shirt. Like, it wasn't this one, it was different, but it was a Duquesne Duke shirt. And I'm sitting down there in the basement of the gym that I work out at, and some guy came up and started talking to me. And I go, like he knew me. And I go, hey. And he goes, oh, the Dukes, Duquesne Dukes. I go, did you go there? No, just know the college. I go, well, I didn't go there either. Some people that watch my show coach their basketball team and gave me these shirts. He goes, oh. But I'm on the phone anyway. So I goes, oh, sorry. That's really the end of the story about that. So as I was saying, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. You know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I am so excited to have my first sip at this, I'd say perfectly average hour, almost ideal time to be doing my show. And my hope is my hope is that my coffee's still hot. But if I have another hope, it's that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. I'd just like to say thanks to my viewer, Sarah. Who made a nice comment on one of my shorts and motivated me to get out of bed this morning to get this coffee, get my day started. Because I really wasn't super excited. I mean, I think I was scared. I started watching, I talked about it a while ago, I was watching The Chosen. I don't know if anyone's seen it. I know some people have seen it that are watching today, but The Chosen, it's a really good series that I was watching. It's about the Bible and Jesus, but you don't need to watch it for spiritual reasons. I think it was a really well-made show. And I mean, that's what got me hooked on it. And I was watching it, I don't know, a month or 6 weeks ago, and I got to what I thought was the end, and it just kind of stopped. And I realized they hadn't filmed the final season yet, the Easter and the crucifixion and the rebirth of Jesus. I'm like, wow, it just stopped. What am I gonna do? So I've been kind of drifting aimlessly on TV over the last 6 weeks. I don't watch a lot of TV, but it's nice to have something you kind of enjoy coming home to and watching. And last night I started watching is it the story of David? The Kingdom of David? I don't know what it's exactly called, but something of David. About the king of Israel, the famous king of Israel, the David that took the stone and slayed Goliath. And I don't really know the story besides the fact that he used his sling and killed the giant. And but I started watching it last night. I enjoyed it. Oh, I know what my point was. I was going to lose my point. In it, and I think he's citing a Bible verse from the Old Testament about fear and not being afraid. And I don't even know if I'm Christian still, but I think I'm on a spiritual journey for sure, and started going to church, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that, regularly. And I think one thing that drew me in was in the Bible how many references they make towards being afraid and putting that fear down and letting God handle it. And I think that was something I needed to hear earlier in my life, ideally, but you know, best time to plant a tree is 30 years ago. The second best time to plant that tree is today. So I'm just thankful I planted it today, or got some faith, over the last 5 years, and have been able to deal with my fear and anxiety in a healthier fashion, because I think it consumed me before and led me to a life of probably drinking alcohol, if nothing else, to bury that fear. So anyway, I was a little afraid this morning, nevertheless. I was afraid this morning, nevertheless. I have some financial instability. I mean, I wasn't super stable. Hold on here, let me take a sip of coffee. I had 2 jobs I was working till 2 weeks ago. Week and a half ago even. I was working like 6 days a week. I was tired, on average 6 days a week. Sometimes it'd be like 9 days in a row. I was tired. I'm 57. It was physical. Probably still is, but I'm just not doing it. And about 2 weeks ago today, there was a dude that I worked with. I didn't particularly care for him that much. He was a decent enough fella though, and his name was Joe. And my company let him go. They let Joe go. They fired him. I don't know exactly what he did, and apparently he mouthed off to one of his superiors, but still. He was working hard and trying, he worked hard. His attitude wasn't, he was a grumbly kind of dude, but he was trying, he showed up, he worked, and they let him go. And it got me thinking, got me a little worried about my own safety, going, wow, if they fire Joe, maybe they'll fire Ken. And either way, one thing led to another. I was scheduled for both jobs on the same day, at the same time. I tried my best to get somebody to cover it, and I left the job that fired Joe for the job I thought was a better opportunity, was easier physically on me, and financially more rewarding potential, even though I didn't think I was as good at it, or as appreciated, or even enjoyed it as much. They made it clear over the last week, to be honest, that I wasn't valued there. And I was super valued by the first job. And it hurt my feelings. I don't want to work at a place that I'm not valued, that I'm not appreciated, because I'm trying my best. I'm working hard. I have a good attitude. I'm always on time. I'm always outgoing and hustling and doing what I can. So the prospect of being let go at something, because honestly, I'm not that good at it. It was a weird feeling to me. And it's kind of been hovering over my head all week and weighing on me, to the point I set up interviews today and tomorrow at different jobs because I don't feel any job security whatsoever. I feel the opposite of job security. I don't even think they want me. That's a horrible feeling. I messaged my direct supervisor going, I don't feel like you want me at all, like you guys value me. I feel like my head's on the chopping block. Do you know how that makes me feel? I'm sick over it. And I have been. So anyway, I'm laying in bed this morning, wondering about my finances that come with losing a job and about to lose another in my mind. And thinking about my 2 little angels. I have 2 little ones that need their data now more than ever. And I'm working, trying to work out a plan to see them as often or all the time or as regularly as possible. And I felt that my financial instability was not only putting my well-being at risk, but certainly putting the well-being of my kids at risk a little bit. And my ability to be the dad I want for them. And it was weighing heavily on me, I will tell you that. And I was afraid. And I was struggling getting out of bed and getting going. During the night I woke up, I was editing, from, again, 10 weeks ago. And in it, I was talking about alcoholism and drinking and quitting drinking and addiction. And it was kind of a heated discussion I had with some of my viewers. I stopped drinking almost 4 years ago. And honestly, I don't believe in alcoholism. I don't. You might not like that, anybody that watches watching, but tough poop. I don't. I think it's a choice, and we all have a choice whether we want to drink or we don't want to drink. And we know how to stop drinking. Most of us just choose to keep drinking. I'm not saying it's an easy choice for all of us, but it's still a choice. But either way, 2 months ago or 10 weeks ago, I was talking about that, and I came across 3 good shorts, I thought. And I'm going, well, I don't really feel these emotions, this passion, this desire to talk about drinking or choice or alcoholism or my disbelief in it. And I had them all lined up, and I was sitting there going, well, it seems like pretty good content, but it doesn't feel like where I'm at this moment. I'm lying here afraid that I've messed up everything financially. I'm going to lose my apartment. Not going to know where to go, not going to know what to do. I'm sitting there and I go, well, I'm sitting on these 3 videos. Rather than sit on them, let's just post them all in succession. So I did. They're all on YouTube. You can like them or hate them or do whatever the hell you want with them. I don't even know if they're relevant to my story. Then I drifted off back to sleep and got a little message yesterday from Shannon again, who thanked me for posting a video on credit utilization, which seems about as boring of a topic as you can have, but I don't think it's I'm not like a super expert in many things, but I know a little about a lot, and I'm a regular guy going through life that's had credit issues and financial issues, has had a ton of money and had no money. And I think my stories connect to a lot of different people, because there's a lot of people wondering about buying a house or getting their credit rating up or losing a job or getting a job or going through divorce or whatever. And my show's just kind of about that. And as I'm doing my show, I come across nuggets like raising your credit score and credit utilization and what have you. That's really all I got about that. I am not the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Teeter has a debit card and local credit at a posting station for boots and hats and things. Teeter, I almost bought a cowboy hat last year. I forget the name of the brand. Again, I was in Yellowstone last year. People wear cowboy hats. There's a lot of them for sale. I forget the type of cowboy hat. I almost bought it. I spent several hours in various shops trying them on. And ended up not buying it. I'm probably glad I didn't, because I don't know, I was riding a scooter. I would have had to ride it all the way across the country home, and I would have smashed my cowboy hat. Plus, I don't think I like wearing hats anyway. Julie said, you eat an elephant 1 bite at a time. Oh, I'm eating that elephant 1 bite at a time, Julie. I have an interview this morning at 11 o'clock. I have another interview today at 2:45. I have an interview tomorrow at 11. So, although I've put myself in some challenging spots, I tell you what, I quickly mobilized and have some, job opportunities coming today and tomorrow that I feel good about. Good morning, Big Mayo. Oh yeah. Do I think it's smart to go on YouTube and talk about my job or my drinking problems? I don't have a drinking problem, first of all, and I barely have a job. Do I think it's smart? I think it's helpful. I think it benefits the world. People ask, what's the point of my show? And I go, to save the world. You guys must be lonely in some way or searching for something. And you found it here. There's 66 people watching right now. And by the way, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. But I must be filling some need in your life and providing some value. Not else, so why are you here? Morgan says, yep, it's a lonely world. I tell you what, I haven't felt that much loneliness. I felt a lot of loneliness in my life, but I think as I've found faith a little bit, I'm not even totally sure if I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, or I don't even totally know what God means to me. But I think when I'm deep in thought or talking to myself, in my mind, I might not be talking to myself anymore, and I think I'm talking to God. Delusional or whatever you want to call it, but it makes me feel not so alone and okay. Somebody said this is what the American dream looks like for those wanting to move there. This isn't really, it's not a bad setup. I got a beautiful apartment. I live in an awesome town. Yeah. And I see that you have had a hard time keeping jobs. Do you think there's some underlying issue of your personality that causes this? Well, Becca, is there an underlying issue? Sure. We all have issues. What do you want to do about it? You know, Becca? I like who I am. I love who I am. So you say underlying issues like there's something that needs to be fixed or changed. I don't think there's anything that needs to be fixed or changed. Where am I from? I am from Wisconsin. Not really. But I live in Wisconsin. And I live in a beautiful town. I was thinking, again, I think things happen for a reason. If for any reason my employment opportunities don't bear fruit, or if my current job situation gets any worse, but I don't really know how it could get any worse. Because it feels horrible. And if my financial struggles, which I don't have right now, but if I don't tweak things a little bit, I could certainly have some. I did think of one solution to my kid issues, to seeing my kids more. And I hate the thought of it because I love where I live. But I certainly could move closer to my kids. Johanna's saying it can always get worse. Julie Flanagan, it's not part of the plan. I'll tell you what. Okay, I've had one job since almost the day I moved here. And it's was my whole social network. And I left it about a week and a half ago. And on Saturday morning, so 6 days after I left my one job, I was feeling down. And I didn't know why. And I went into work to what at the time was my second job, had kind of a stressful shift. They told me I had one more day to prove myself. That job did love me, Julie, I know. I loved, aspects of it. I loved the people. Becca, I think the job hunt is very successful here. I think I'm doing great here. It would only be to be closer to my kids. It wouldn't be to start over or anything like that. I don't need to start over. I just did that, and I love where I live. I've got a great apartment in a great city in a great state, and I could easily see spending the rest of my life here. But the only reason I'd consider moving would be to be closer to my kids. Yeah. Oh. Jill, who I'm wondering how long she's had an account for, said that was a big mistake. I don't even know what Jill's talking about, but I do wonder how long Jill's had an account. Good morning, in no way affiliated. Well, Johanna, I don't even, okay, you're saying there's always, I would say, Johanna, reading your comments, you're not super optimistic or bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Yeah, she's new. I know she is, Julie, I know. I've been watching her for a couple days. She doesn't need to be here. Neither does her friend Morgan, but we'll let them hang out for a little longer. Yeah, back to Johanna. I don't think that you are very optimistic by nature. Just reading your comments. Yeah. You might describe yourself as a realist or something, but I don't know. It dripped negativity or comments. I need to get more coffee. What do you guys think about that? Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And Johanna, it's okay. No, I know. I know. I'm not saying I didn't question how long you've had an account. I felt it was your honest response, but I'm just saying, you like positivity. That's cool. Do I stare at my coffee pot? I don't know that I stare at my coffee pot. I don't know. Do you stare at your coffee pot? What would you be staring at it for? Are you expecting it to do something? Maybe while it's brewing, I might look at it and see how, far along it is. But I wouldn't say I've ever stared at my coffee pot. Yeah. If they need to hire a talker, I'll be the first person they come to. Well, good. I'm right here for you. I am right here for you. If you need to hire a talker. Somebody asked if I've ever thought about selling cars. It's funny, what's kind of exciting, again, I had 2 jobs a week and a half ago. And one of them, I realized I was capped out at financially and physically. I was working, as many hours as they'd give me, and was making pretty good money, but not great money, and enough to pay my bills, so I don't mean to begrudge it, but also physically more demanding than I think I should have been doing Yeah. So I left it for a job that was less physically demanding and had more financial upside, but honestly didn't like me as much. So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend that going forward. But either way, I still made a choice and I thought it was the best one. But what's nice about this situation is I can open up any possibilities and be excited about what could be. And yesterday I was on Indeed and I looked up some restaurant jobs because I've been a waiter before, and I looked up a post office job, and there wasn't one local, but I thought, hey, maybe I could be a mail carrier. And I actually got on sales jobs as well. And there's a million sales jobs. I don't think I'm good at sales. I don't want to do something I'm not good at. But I did look, and it kind of got me thinking and kind of excited about the possibility of what could be. How many years have I been at the job I just left? 7 months. I've only lived in Wisconsin 7 months, Teeter. Where have you been? I got the job almost the first day I moved in. That was my social network. Could I send potential employers a highlight reel to show my skills and interests on the show? I could. I could also do a somersault, but I don't think I will. Well, we got a glorious audience today. We got 83 people watching. We got 25 thumbs up. I think with 83 people watching, we could probably do better than 25 thumbs up, but I'm thankful for those 25 thumbs up. Do you guys know how to give thumbs up? Double tap the screen, I've heard. I'm not totally sure. I don't watch any of these videos. I hear most of the people that go live on YouTube are debating or too intense. Lisa said, so they said you had 1 day to prove yourself. Did it go okay? Yeah, it went okay, but I still feel like my head's on the chopping block, Lisa. You know what I mean? I thought I was proving myself every day. I was working hard. I was timely. I was friendly. I was outgoing. I was trying my best. You know, it went okay, but I don't feel they want me. If I have 1 day to prove myself, you know, I don't like that. I want to be wanted. Well, thank you, Blue Blitz. I will have a great day. It's 7:10. I'm drinking some coffee. I've got water. I've got a fireplace roaring. I've talked for 43 minutes. I've got a glorious audience. I've got a growing content creation business. And I don't know, I feel pretty good right now. I wasn't feeling good earlier during the night, but that's not the first. At least I wasn't going, okay, well, I'm going to be drinking later today, so I'll numb the pain. Oh. What did they say to make me feel that way? They didn't even hide it. They said I had 1 day to prove myself. I had a couple minor issues at work that day, but stuff happens. They didn't look at it so easily. So they said I had 1 day to prove myself. I was going, holy crap. You must not like me very much. You do not care for my smiling attitude, my outgoing personality, and my promptness and my friendliness. You do not find great value in them. And it's kind of funny to be able to laugh at, because I promise you, if I was loafing or lazy or late or a piece of crap or had a bad attitude, I'd get it. But if you come in and you work hard and you have a positive attitude and try your best, I think most employers very much value that. Yeah, Lisa said, well, if you're still there, you must have done all right. But I don't want to just do all right, Lisa. I thought by focusing my efforts on this second job, that I would get better at it and grow and become part of the team. And I don't feel they appreciate me. And that's okay. I'm not saying they should or have to, but I'm just saying, let's be honest. Well, Rebecca, I'm waking up a little bit. I'm getting fired up. You know. My clothing matches. I mean, it's PJs and a shirt. I mean, I really didn't consider whether my clothing matched today or not. But thank you for whatever. Rate myself on a 1 to 10 on job performance. At which job? I mean, you watched my show. Anyone that's watched my show, I never said I was doing great at the second job. I don't really blame them. I said it clearly that it was challenging for me, and I didn't feel like I was that good at it. So, in terms of do you not count attitude or performance? I mean, 7. And the first job, 9.5. That's what I'd say. That's how I'd rate myself, a 7 and a 9.5. Would I have fired me? No way. No way. I would have said, holy crap, this guy's working hard. He's got great energy. Let's figure out how we can utilize him. That's what I would have done. But it's okay. Again, I don't blame them. It's their business, and they can do with it what they will. Ask the job that I like better if you can come back. For the record, I'm not looking for any suggestions. Just for the record. Yeah, I'm really not. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah. This show isn't about me asking for advice at all. Just to be clear. I should learn how to levitate and travel the world. That would be awesome. Maybe that's the problem with my attitude. I don't think I have a problem with my attitude. I think I've got a great attitude. Yeah. I know I do. It might not be for everybody, but I don't really care. Yeah? Wait, let me see. What did somebody say? Yeah, no, yeah, you've got to prove yourself. I'm not blaming them. Like I said, I'm not blaming them. I wasn't great at it. I know it. I would be there and I go, God, I suck. Believe me. If I'm not great at something, I'm hard on myself. And that's why it's hard for me, because when people point out what I'm doing wrong, I'm going, look, I know I just screwed up. I'm not saying I didn't. But if I'd have 5 or 6 people pointing it out, it's going to get frustrating. So I'm not saying I was great, and they might be fine, and they don't need me. They absolutely don't need me, so they'll be just fine. I mean, they'll be better off without me.
they'll be better off without me. I was a distraction that they didn't need. And I don't want to be a distraction. Yeah, they don't need me. I didn't do anything. I just tried my best and wasn't that good. Let's see. Ken is short for Kenneth. Will the other employees stage a walkout? I don't think I was, the first job, I think they would have staged a walkout, but I left that. How did I stop drinking? What's the story there, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind you asking at all. Second job doesn't need me. First job will be survive too. But I was really good at the first job, and I will be missed there. The second job, I made some connections and people liked me, but I won't be missed there if I don't work there. How did I stop drinking? If I don't mind you asking. I'm curious, Johanna, are you going to be engaged in this? Do you want to stop drinking? Johanna? And I'm not trying to, do you want to stop drinking? Because I'm just curious when you ask, how did I stop drinking? Do you really not know how to stop? Does anyone really not know how to stop drinking? I think we all know how to stop. You don't know how to stop an addiction. No, but you're not, you changed the words even. Do you want to stop drinking? I asked you if you wanted to stop drinking, and you said you don't know how to stop an addiction. And again, I almost think therein lies the problem. Because I asked you if you wanted to stop drinking, and you say you don't know how to stop an addiction. Again, I think that's the biggest problem we all do. Or all have when it comes to drinking. We use terms like sobriety and recovery and addiction and alcoholism and disease. And we make it so damn confusing that we don't even know which way's up, and we're scared to do anything without a doctor. I think we all know how to stop drinking. Most of us just don't want to. Yeah. Do you guys get that? Drinking is an addiction. You don't know how to stop an addiction? What do you, like addiction to what? To drinking? You don't drink. That's how you stop. And I mean that. You don't. You stop. It's not that hard. It's tempting. And you got to accept life differently if you're going to stop drinking. Life's going to be a whole heck of a lot different, but if you make a choice and you don't want to drink anymore, how to do it is pretty obvious. Jesse James says it's not that easy. Have you ever tried, Jesse James? Do you want to stop drinking? I'm guessing you don't want to stop drinking, Jesse James. And I'll tell you what, if you do not want to stop drinking, stopping drinking is going to be very hard for you. But if you want to stop, it's really not. Jill said she smoked for 10 years. Are you talking cigarettes, Jill? Honestly, I felt cigarettes were more, I mean, probably equally, but I think cigarettes are, okay, cigarettes, yeah. I'm gonna guess nicotine is more of a draw or an addictive drug than, somebody said, addiction is real, bruh. Morgan Brooking. How long's Morgan had an account here again? Not long, I'm gonna guess. But either way, what does addiction is real mean? What is the definition of addiction? That you really want to do it? I think the definition of addiction is that you really want to do it. Yeah. Teeter said everything's an addiction if you take it too far. Yeah. We are talking chemical addiction, though. What's a chemical addiction? That you like it? That you get a dopamine hit from it? Way to go, Angela. She hasn't had a cigarette in a while. Do I need to drink coffee? Do I need to? I don't know, but I don't have any desire to stop. And I'll openly say that. What confuses me are when people hop on and say they don't know how to stop. I know how to stop drinking coffee, but I don't want to. And if you don't want to stop drinking alcohol, I'm not telling anybody to stop drinking alcohol if they don't want to. That's what an addict says same-o. I mean, is it negatively impacting my life in any way? No. My fireplace is crackling. Yeah, it is. Rebecca said she thinks mindset is the only way to change any habit that is negatively affecting us to live. Yeah. Just want to point fingers instead of looking at what's wrong within. Well, I agree with that. I look paranoid, do I? You know, I like the lighting from this angle. Having a community helps, says Sophie. I'm almost not sure that it does. I mean, it's nice to have friends to talk to, but I think you need to do it on your own for yourself at the end of the day. And I remember the first week or two I hadn't had a drink, and I was going golfing with some buddies, and I joked with one of them, if the beer girl comes up, I'm gonna order some beer. And one of the buddies said, we won't let you drink, Ken. I did not like that at all. I didn't like that at all, because if I want to drink, you can't stop me. And I felt it took away my power of choice, because it's up to me. I'm a big boy. I got bars all over here. I've got a fridge right there. I could go get alcohol right now. You can't rely on other people to stop you from drinking or doing excess. Somebody said jail has more drugs than the streets. Somebody says, good luck stopping Ken. I don't even know what I'm trying to stop. What am I trying to stop? I mean, financial instability, maybe. Yeah. But I mean, that's more complex than stopping drinking or what have you. And people lost the fear of God. I'm not a fire and brimstone believer. I don't have fear of God. Well, thank you. Somebody's proud I quit drinking. Yeah, it'll be 4 years in about a month. I don't count the days. I mean, I do know it was October 28th. Just because I kind of remember that day, but it's not like I count the days. I haven't calculated how many days that is. I probably could. It's probably like 1,500. You must sleep good. Let's see. Let's see, how long's it been? Well, I just said it'll be 4 years ago. What a glorious audience. This is one of my best. Why did I stop drinking? I realized that there were two consistent issues in my life, consistent things in my life were drinking and bad thoughts about myself and about life and depression. And I was feeling a lot of dark thoughts. I was sleeping on an air mattress in a buddy's apartment thinking really dark thoughts. And realized, despite all the volatility that had gone on that day in my relationship, I still found time to drink, 7 or 8 Stella Artois beers before I went to bed. And I thought, I do that every day. Maybe I'll try tomorrow without drinking. And I did. And I'll tell you what, it was a volatile next day. But I haven't drank since. Or smoked pot. Feels good. Did I get withdrawals? No. No. I mean, I had dreams. I had sweats. But no, I didn't suffer any real withdrawals. Good morning, Jim Rat. Jesse James, why do you use such harsh words? Yeah, Jesse, I don't know why you use such harsh words or you're such a doubter in what I have to say. I'm not giving you the play-by-play of every day I've had since then. But I decided I wanted to stop drinking. You can rewind my lives. You can go back to when I was drinking. There's videos on me, of me, here, drinking. You can watch. Robin is new here. Oh, John B's listening to the morning show. on your headphones while at work. Stank says most people don't actually want to stop. They don't. And that's okay. That's okay. If they don't want to stop. But you get so many people on that'll talk about wanting or should stop or needing to stop or, oh, they did it again. And then you ask them, do you want to stop? And they always change the subject or bring up recovery or addiction or sobriety, or they don't ever say, yes, I want to stop. Because I'd go, well, then don't pick up that damn beer and drink it. You know? Was I a party animal? What is 1 plus 1? What is 1 plus 1? I don't know. But we've had a glorious show today. You've fallen off the wagon a few times. You mean you wanted to drink? And you chose to drink? And you drank? I think we should stop saying falling off the wagon. You know, it sounds like it's an accident. It wasn't an accident. You chose to drink and you wanted to drink and you drank. You know, I don't know why we need to say you fell off the wagon even. You know, and I'll use those terms, so I'm not trying to be mean. But I just don't understand why we say you fell off the wagon. You mean you decided you wanted to drink? Like if I decided I wanted to drink today, I could. And I don't think that would be falling off the wagon. I'm gonna take responsibility and say, if I did, I would have chosen to drink, and I did. Uh, 420 said they stopped drinking about the same time I did, just because you wanted to. Have you been watching that long, 420 somewhere, or are you just going by the date? You stopped drinking for 2 years and started drinking again, and I don't understand that word. I'll tell you what, we've had an awesome show today. We have had an awesome show today. We've talked for 68 minutes. We got a great audience. Okay, you stopped for 8 months, then you started again. Okay, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Do you feel bad that you started again? Do you want to drink? Again, I think that's not as complicated as we make it, but we try and spin it into some complex issue. Problem is, sometimes things in life push you. That is how you fall off the wagon. Jesse, I think the problem is you're blaming things in life and you're not taking responsibility for deciding to drink. I think that's the problem. You know. Okay, so you had a bad day at work, so you chose to drink. All right. But I'm saying stop labeling it as falling off the wagon or screwing up or anything. Just say you chose to drink last night. Because that takes away its power. You know, I think we all pretend like alcohol has a spell on us. And it doesn't. Yeah, people congratulate you. Yeah, no, I think 420, I think it is. I think most people are a little envious of those that have stopped drinking. But anyway, it's Thursday morning. And somebody says they think I should start smoking reefer. I don't think you really think I should start smoking reefer. I don't really want to. I've done that before. I've been there. I've done that. And yeah, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to be in a haze. I know it feels good for a little bit. But I also know that it doesn't feel good for long. Wow, what a great show. Do I have ADHD? I don't know. Do I think pot has health benefits? Do I think pot has health benefits? No. I mean, you know, again, I've talked about it before. I could talk about this every day. I mean, if you're going through chemotherapy or if you have MS or something that's a serious health issue, you know, I don't care if anybody smokes. But I'm just saying, I know most people that smoke just sit around and play video games when they smoke. And they kind of resent the fact that they did smoke or that they are smoking and kind of want to quit. I know that was for me, and I talked to enough people that feel that way. Okay, you just said you think weed helped your ADHD, but you're trying to quit. You could say the same thing. Are you trying to quit or do you want to quit? I mean, Teeter said it helps your brother. I doubt it really helps him, Teeter. I think it might cover up some symptoms, some struggles he's got. But I don't think it really helps him. Can I do a backflip? No. Am I a vet? No. People find it's hard to prioritize impulse, focus on different types. Wow, we got a great audience today. Would I rather smoke or go get pills from the pharmacy? Well, I've definitely used Prozac before. And I'll tell you what, the difference is when you smoke weed, and anyone that smokes knows it, you're gonna smoke in the morning and then you're gonna wanna smoke in about 20 minutes and keep smoking all day. And if you take Prozac from the pharmacy, you would take a pill in the morning and you don't think about it the rest of the day. So that's the difference. Yeah. Yeah, that's the difference. Well, Teeter, if you're mad, go away. Are you mad, Teeter? Stop watching the show. You know, you seem very upset. Maybe don't watch. I'm not going to change. Yeah, no, Ethan, I think I do a good job of talking about topics that matter. Yeah. My coffee's great. It's not that full. Let's see. Let's see. Well, thank you. I'm not sure I trust you. I used to like weed. Because you have a problem with moderation. John B., most of us have a problem with moderation. Yeah, most of us have a problem with moderation. Most weed smokers do. Don't tell me they don't. Believe me. I used to go to a guy's house and buy it, and he'd be playing video games and selling weed. You know, I know. If I smoked every once in a while, it wouldn't be a big thing, but it becomes a big thing, and it becomes all-consuming, and it's all-consuming in my thoughts, and I go, hey, when are we going to have our next hit? Yeah. Stank says, weed just makes people too fine with being bored. I think that's what it does. Johanna, nobody knows who you are, so I wouldn't worry about being judged, and I don't really need to know. If you want to quit your addiction, just stop going. Whether you're gambling or sex or porn or whatever you're trying to not tell us about, stop. If it's a problem. If it's not, it's not. Yeah. Would I be chill at work? If I had an office, you could come in and sit at it. But I don't really have an office. Speaking of work, I have an interview in 3 hours. I'm kind of newish to Wisconsin. And the whole scene in Wisconsin is different than it is in Illinois. And it's a more casual state. So when I go, if I have an interview, I'm worried I have a tendency to overdress. And I don't know. I think it's better to overdress than underdress, but people wear t-shirts to all sorts of things around here. It's kind of strange. Well, thank you, Sarah. And thank you for that comment. You made me feel better today when I needed to feel a little better. You made a positive comment. Yeah. Overdress is better than underdressing, for sure, even in Wisconsin. Yeah, you don't want to be underdressed. Somebody's telling me to have some confidence swagger. That's what I'm all about. Yeah. I have confidence. I have such confidence I talk about my struggles and I'm okay with it. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Have I had Burger, Wisconsin yet? I do have this, Angela. Thank you. Boy, I'm getting a whole lot of advice. I'm getting a whole lot of advice. Have I mentioned that this show is not about me getting advice? Let's see. But anyway, it's been a great show today. We've talked for 80 minutes. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope you had a great night's sleep. I hope you're excited about your day. You're enjoying your hot coffee, and you're feeling good. And you are loving yourself. And you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.